Mike has dedicated himself to providing pastoral and sacramental care to people who are in healthcare facilities. Again, part of our society that quite often is forgotten. It is rare that a church community is blessed with a vocation that really and truly goes beyond the saying that I want to serve something greater than myself. We hear that quite a bit. More often than not, we don't see it, but our community has seen it in the presence of Mike Bonnett. Mike comes to us from a nursing background. Mike comes to us from another jurisdiction that, as saying goes, sort of let him slip through the cracks. That would serve the our good fortune. But Mike reminds us of the basic necessities and the simplicity of pastoral life and of diocesan priestly life. That is to be a life of prayer, a life of service, and where do I need to go next? Whatever events that I'm going to, Mike is always willing. Now, I don't know if you saw it on the slideshow during cocktails, but one of the things that our community has very much been advocating has been the repeal of the death penalty. And every 4th of July, we have gone to the Thompson Center with our sometimes very small motley crew advocating the end of the death penalty in Illinois. And Mike just really came onto the scene, and I told him what we were going to be doing. Okay, I'll be there. What do you need me to do? This is what it's all about, Bishop. These are the statements that any bishop longs to hear, hopes to hear, but seldom does. There's a true eloquence in simplicity. There's a true eloquence in humility. And there's a true eloquence in just being oneself. Shortly after Mike was incarnated into our diocese, and I realized that not only being the man of prayer that he is, but of his commitment for something that is greater than he is as a person, our community decided to create him into the role of Canon, which would be our version of Monsignor. A canon in our community is charged with one thing and one unique thing only: to dedicate prayer each and every day for the growth, the welfare, and the success of our collective ministry to the people of God. It's nice to have someone around that not only has your back, but it's also great to have someone around who knows what has to be done. I've been trying to do this for the last couple of weeks. I try to sneak up behind Mike and walk out of here to see if I can clone him. And if I can, I would, our diocese would be all that much the greater. So if you will permit me something very personal, and something that as one priest can give to another, it is my pleasure to present St. Joseph Brooker Award to my brother, Canon Michael Bonnett.
has given a little bit of a background on me, so I don't need to go there. But it's very difficult to keep on going, and that's what I'm finding out here and now. As a young guy, my hope was to be a priest. Didn't happen. As one bishop told me, not now. He said, just wait. The time will come, but not now. And so after I finished my nursing career, somebody came along and said, hey, are you still thinking about it? Come and talk to my bishop. And here I am. It's an amazing road that we frequently travel. I can say from my own point of view, which is a little bit different, that having been a nurse for 43 years, I'm still licensed until my license runs out, but I'm still not one. And to be on the other side of the bed, so to speak. I know what the nurses are going through because I can identify with them very, very fast because I did it. I was there. I did those things. But the problem for me a lot of times is when I have to draw that line. I'm not working in this facility. Somebody will want something and I have to tell them, I'll get somebody to give it to you because I can't do it. I'm not employed there. Many of the places don't even know that I am a nurse, which is fine. But this is a dream for me, and that's what I would like to share with all of you. That I had to wait repeatedly until finally the good Lord found a place for me. And I'm so thankful to be with this community and with Bishop that I also had to go out and spend a lot of money for these fancy jugs. I don't know whether I was trying to tell the bishop I'm not worthy of being a canon, which I don't think that I am, but the other side of that coin is the fact that you end up with, I don't know exactly how to say this. The people at the nursing homes are the reward. They really are. A few people at these nursing homes are standing at the doorway waiting for me to get there. And that is so, so wonderful to think that, yeah, I can do something. I'm doing something right. I may not think that I am, but these people tell me that I am. So I thank you, Bishop, and everyone else. I've got a good spot on the wall to hang with.
Every generation has to come to grips with those things that we don't want to talk about. Every generation has its concern, its fears. It has its dirty little secrets. The story of children who are in crisis or children who have been the victim of abuse is not a new story. It is not something that has just started happening this year. It has been going on for a long, long time. Sometimes it takes the human experience to catch up, to grow, to mature, and to find the calling, and to find the supportive needs to go forward and address concerns. The history and the story and the resume of the Chicago Children's Advocacy Center speaks for itself. Their mission is very simple: the protection of children. As a school teacher, I thought I was fairly well equipped to know the signs of students who may very well be the victim of abuse. I thought I did. Sometimes I was right. Sometimes I was wrong. But even though we can identify it, it is then putting into practical reality solutions to turn something horrible into a healing process. And the healing process does not take a 1 or 2 week period. It's a long journey. And someone has to remain committed to that journey. Someone has to remain committed to these children, and someone has to be committed to the people at large to make sure that we know and that we do from what we can from our perspective to be aware of what threats are happening to children who cannot speak for themselves. I think that the more that we have come to grips with this issue, and the more that we have responded in a positive way to not only to treat, but to respond, to advocate, it's more than just asking that a law be enacted. It takes more than that. It takes re-educating the mindset of a society as to what is right and what is wrong. The number of children in the city of Chicago and in Cook County who are victims is a number that I don't think any of us can begin to fathom. But I think you all can. And the number should be a very sobering fact for us. St. Joseph was committed to his family. His commitment to family was first and foremost, because he was charged with something exceptionally unique in human history. And the Chicago Children's Advocacy Center has also been charged with something very unique and something profound. And for every child who is protected, every child who is saved, and every child who has the opportunity of escaping abuse, I think we can turn back and look at the outreach and the education, the social education that CCAC has done for us. Again, it is my privilege to present the St. Joseph the Worker Award, the Chicago Children's Advocacy Center.
I'm a little overwhelmed by the Bishop's statements. I first of all want to say thank you to the Bishop for doing this for us, and say how honored I am to be here with all of my fellow awardees. It's very meaningful to me to be chosen as one of all of you being honored here tonight, so thank you so much. I'm going to give you a few numbers, even though they're hard to hear. The Chicago Children's Advocacy Center has been around for 10 years. And we've served over 20,000 victims of sexual abuse just in the city of Chicago. Now, statistically, there's a 60% underreporting rate. If there's any math majors in here, you can do the numbers in your head. to know how many more kids are out there that are victims of sexual abuse that we don't even get a chance to see. So we exist, the Chicago Children's Advocacy Center exists because sexual abuse does exist still in our society. Sexual abuse exists, and so does severe physical abuse. So that's why we're here. The good news is we're here. So that's a sad thing. But the good news is we're here. So we're here to work with the Chicago Police Department, with the Cook County State Attorney's Office, with the Department of Children and Family Services, and with Cook County Stroger Hospital to unite all those folks that need to respond to child sexual abuse and physical abuse and make sure that our kids are served and not re-traumatized by the experience and down the path of hope and healing. That's why we're here, and thank you for listening to me, and thank you for this award, and have a great evening. Thank you.